It's Patty Morgan again, and welcome to Isla Maharas. It's right off of Cancun in Mexico. I'm here teaching children, but I'm also doing my own artwork, and I'm also enjoying everything about it. I'm very, very lucky that a good friend has a house. Let me stay here. But I wanted to show you how children's artwork, how free it is, and again, anyone can draw. What I did was, I actually got the neighborhood kids right here. I want to show you exactly what they did, because I did it in processes. Okay, so I'm teaching at the school in the morning, but I also have the neighborhood kids outside the house. I'm actually in an area where there's local people. So I just took out the paper and I knew about the culture a little bit. I love Mexican culture and of course their art is just so beautiful. And I just showed them how to draw on the below a flower. Now I wish I could speak Spanish, but I'm not really that good at it. It doesn't click in my brain. I'm trying so hard. I even took it in college. Just barely passed it, but I just took it in college. And then I showed them how to draw the skeleton. Again, the language was hard because I couldn't really speak to them and say, draw this, draw that. I had to show them, and then they followed. I just like pointed and then drew, and then they followed again. They did some flowers here, and they wound up doing, it looked like monkeys, these little monkey things. But what you'll see too is all the children did this together as one piece of paper, because I was limited with supplies because I needed some of the stuff for the school. And you'll see how most people would paint the background color, one color. I mean, statistically, it's funny how you're in a classroom, people say, oh, background, one color. They use all different colors in the background. So that's because it's that beautiful feeling too of movement and all that stuff. And they decided just to paint in the skeleton, which they didn't paint it in, they didn't leave it white, they painted it with color. But a lot of times if you look at the skeletons in Mexico too, in the stores, they have patterns on them and all that stuff, which kind of makes sense. But you'll see how free and beautiful. Again, if children of all ages, I said the kids that were sitting down, there's a neighborhood, so you had kids from 3, 10, 8, they were all different ages, just having fun, and they were in a circle. I'll post a picture after the video. So if they can do it, you can do it. Again, just have fun and then have a good time just doing it. Even if the skeleton wasn't there or the flower, you could see how the color is beautiful. Because I think my adults are the hardest challenge sometimes. Adults and kids because I teach high school, that have to take art and they're like, oh, I'm not an artist. And then they have it in their mind where they just can't do it. And then I try to tell them about pattern and color and design, because they really have a struggle more with the realism part is what they struggle with. Okay, this is one where I drew with the kids outside, but then when I took it inside the house, I added the flowers. You can tell that they're my flowers. I added the flowers on top, a little bit of the black background, but you can see there's some right there. The combination is beautiful. Again, this is a project where all of us did it together. I drew the turtle, they painted it in. In fact, they ended up doing a face over here, even though I had a face here for the turtle. I added a little bit of the watercolor with the face. And then I also added a little bit more design in the turtle's back. So this was a collaborative piece. I just love how kids will put, again, there's no direction. You can hold this paper in any direction, because where we worked, it was in a circle. So this is just, again, I wound up drawing on top of it and overlapping it. And then this is a collaboration piece too, which is really, I have the freeness of the children combined with a little bit more, technical stuff. Okay, here we go. This one's two-sided. This I absolutely love. Again, I was teaching them how to draw the flower. See if you can find my flower in here. There's one flower that's mine, and the flower is right here. They painted it in. That's the one I showed them how to do. Put a little bit of the design outside there, and then they took it all. You can see the swirls here, how some of them did it. And then the younger children, again, there's younger children on the streets. Of course, they're going to do more simple stuff. And then this is more elaborate, the big flower. See that? And then they wound up, I said draw a bird. And then here's a bird here and there. And what I did was, when I had them draw the bird, was I actually pointed to a bird in my sketchbook. Because I didn't know how to say bird in Spanish. But the sketchbook came in handy for that too. Let me see, find the bird. They did a really good job with that too. Oh, I know what I did. The bird was actually on my camera. I took a photograph of a design in the house of a bird. I really like textures and patterns. So I don't take pictures of just people and places and all that kind of stuff. I actually take whatever motivates me, whatever I think is interesting. So I actually had a bird on my camera, and I showed on the bird. Because I had birds, I had like doves and all in here, but they didn't even draw the doves. It was the bird that I saw that was like more of a Mexican, like a parrot type of bird. And that's what they drew there. Yours kind of, but theirs looked like a duck or a chicken. And there's chickens here in the neighborhood. Then on the back, they did a giant bird. And again, they use both sides because they don't have a lot here, so they're very, that part they're good. They don't mind sharing that way either. I think they have one soccer ball that is deflated that they use all the time, which is kind of nice to see. So here they did their bird. They wrote some stuff here, and then they had something crossed out. I'm really weird. It's funny how like I'm real laid back, easy go. I hate when people cross out stuff, like scribble it out. I always say people work with your mistakes. So again, that was a challenge for me. So I went about it in my flowers, then I painted it black, and I did a little bit of the white crayon on top of it to kind of mix it in. Because that was like the only thing that was, my eye kept on going to the cross. I didn't mind anything else, but my eye kept on going to the negative part of the picture where it was all crossed out. So, but I think it works. If I didn't tell you that, I don't even think you would have saw that. And that's the back of the picture. This one here was, we did an angel. I showed him how to draw an angel with the heart. Everything's into symbolism here in Mexico. And then I added to it. And then I had a dream, and I added like a little thing about my dream, what happened in my dream. It was actually a good bad dream. It's about my mother always at the door, but I can't reach her. My mother passed away. So I just wrote about that in the dream, about my dream. And hopefully, I mean, it's good and bad when you dream about somebody you love that passed away, because it starts bringing back all those feelings. But I guess the nice thing is that you get to hear their voice again. So this is a collaborative piece where, again, they painted it. I showed them how to draw the angel. They painted it, and then I brought it back into the house, and then I added to their flowers. I wrote down, I don't even care if you don't even see what I wrote, because for me that's more personal. That you don't really know what it is. It's just that something's out there, and it's kind of like a prayer. And then this they painted, but then I added the hands. Made it a dove hands, the heart. You know, I just said it's a collaborative piece, but you can see how strong it really wound up becoming. Of, you know, kind of showing them on the sidewalk, to taking it in, to actually form a piece of artwork. This actually might become a painting. An oil painting when I get home. Again, because it's the feeling I get. It takes me a while too during the summer, because I'm an art teacher, but in the summertime I really need to just kind of get into the mode of me being an artist. So this definitely is going to be a painting. And for example of that, I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. How something's a little stiff, overthought, and I'm not there yet. And you're gonna see what I mean, how it takes a while to flow. Now, she had a book in the house on Aztec and Maya Indians. I got it for reference to kind of get me going. I had these papers pre-cut, and this is it right here. I don't think it's that strong. I mean, it's good. There's no real emotion there for me. If a kid did this, I would be like, oh my God, it's really good. But I'm looking for a little bit more as an artist. But again, this was my first one. I did all these square papers all at one day. But you'll see how it flows. Again, then I got my sketchbook out, and I did this. And as it was drying, I kept on going. I think this was my second one. It's getting a little bit better. It's the cool colors. Okay, this is some of the stuff that's out of the book. This one, these are all out of the book, the Aztec book. But you can see, I think this one's way stronger than this one. Because they're not even done yet. Yeah, I'm getting there. So then I started freeing up. This I did in charcoal first. I've been taking pictures of a lot of the children here. I don't even know who it is. My people kind of all look the same. And I'm okay with that. I mean, I kind of learned to accept it, because for a while I was staying away from portraits altogether, because a lot of my friends who are artists are so amazing. And then when you look at Gauguin and other artists, you realize it's okay to draw the way you want to draw, and there's different styles out there. And then I started adding the flowers to it because I keep on bringing up these flowers, so instead of going against it, go with it. And it's funny because there's not really a lot of flowers around because it's so hot. But it actually is around in their pottery, in the clothing, like if you go in the market and all, so they're there, but they're not necessarily there. And I think the girl actually works kind of gray. It's like the charcoal pencil I had. Now this one I'm not sure if it's working or not. Sometimes when you're not sure of something, you put it away and you bring it back. I keep on taking pictures of this one girl, and it's a little muddy. Now what happened was I had the charcoal pencil and I just wanted a gray tone, so I kind of like started, get a little piece, try to smudge it around and make these circles that I couldn't get off. So that's in the background, but that's all right. And then of course the heart, again the symbolism, they're called miracles. And then this is a house, this is across the street from my house. So every time I sit outside on the chair with the kids, this is one of the views that I see over and over again. And it's always, it seems at nighttime the kids come out and play because it's a lot cooler. So this one, I'm not sure. I like it, but I'm not sure if I keep on going. So I'm just gonna put it away and then bring it out again. This is the hardest thing for me, is when knowing to stop. And maybe it's just okay for what it is. I mean, it's just a sketch. So that's what I have there, and I'm going to try to think which one to show you. This is really easy to draw. This I think you definitely can do if you're a teacher viewing this video, or if you're a student, or if you're just a beginner. I think anyone can draw something like this because it's really just a major of shapes. Let me see if I can bend this down. Oh, this is scary. I don't want my camera to fall. Okay. Now, I'm going to use the back of the paper. Ah! It's tipping over the weight. Let me screw this in a little bit more. All right, I'm going to turn it off. Oh, here I go.